We got news coming in about Iran. Let's get right to Fox News Senior Strategic Analyst. He's retired Army General Jack Keane. Great to see you, General. Iran is now saying it's ready to negotiate with the U.S., that the door is, quote, wide open if all economic sanctions are lifted. Do you trust this?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I mean, this is a ploy that they succeeded with the Obama administration. We're not going to accept a condition for negotiation is sanction relief. President Trump and his national security team and his economic team are conducting a strategic offensive to isolate Iran politically and economically, and they are succeeding beyond most folks' expectations, to be frank about it, and in a way that no one has for 39 years. The Iranians are back on their heels, Liz, and I think that President Trump and his team just has some patience, and this will all work towards their goals in the long run.
So the waiting game is in President Trump's favor because their oil revenues have been slashed by some measures to a tenth of what their daily exports were.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was 2.5 million barrels a day, and it's down to a little bit north of 200,000. Plus, other manufacturing goods are being dramatically stifled as well. Food shortages, power outages, growing civil unrest, and most significantly, something that hasn't happened before, a lack of operating funds for his deployed proxies in Syria, in Lebanon, in Yemen, and also the terrorist movement that they conduct worldwide under the guidance of Qasem Soleimani, all being impacted.
So major loss of political and economic power for Iran. Great point there, General. Let's switch gears to China. Tech billionaire and Trump supporter Peter Thiel now calling for the FBI and the CIA to investigate if Google has been compromised by Chinese military intelligence. Okay, General, Google did work on China's censored search engine, Project Dragonfly. It dropped that project. Google's refused to work on Project Maven for the Pentagon's artificial intelligence program for drones. What is going on here? Can you break this down for us, sir?
Well, if there's a threat to Google, the FBI conducts significant counterintelligence operations, and a lot of that had to do with cyber because that is the mainstream that Communist China is absolutely using. I mean, the fact that a prominent business person is suggesting that China may be penetrating them is one thing, but the FBI, I'm confident, deals with Google cyber people on a regular basis, just like they deal with the defense industry every single day. So we should. It doesn't mean that China doesn't have the capability to penetrate, because they do. I mean, they penetrated the United States defense industry that helps to build nuclear-powered submarines. That's one of the most classified programs we've got in the United States. And that China penetrated that through the defense industry. So, yes, they're going to keep trying. But rest assured, the FBI is there and very much aware of China's malign behavior here.
Quickly, President Trump says his tariff fight with China is working. China's GDP growth dropped to its weakest in 27 years, and many companies are leaving and moving their manufacturing elsewhere, and maybe even Apple considering it. You're taking all of that?
Well, pressure is mounting on the Communist Chinese regime in a way that we haven't seen. Just think, 2 years ago, 19th Party Congress, and Xi was almost anointed for an indefinite tenure as the leader, had increased authoritarian rule rather dramatically, and now he's got political unrest around him. He's got significant economic challenges that he's facing, and part of the world is closing in on him to a certain degree. That's pressure that they've never seen. The president has to just keep his foot on a pedal here and keep putting the pressure on, and I think we'll eventually get a deal that's satisfactory to the United States.
General Jack Keane, maybe that's the president calling you in the background there. I'm kidding. General, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for your service to our country. Come back soon. General Jack Keane there.